Hey guys, so I haven't gotten the filter properly made yet. It's still drying. I'm currently siliconing part of it, so it'll be sitting there, and it will add much more filtration than this little thing for this tank because it has so many goldfish. And as you can see, all this crap is going around the water, and the reason that is because I actually still have the filter, or not the filter, the pump pumping water, so it's rotating, so hopefully that filter can actually manage to catch some of this like poop that's in the water. But today we are going to be adding a different basking area. So as you can see, this basking area is very functional. I absolutely love it because it has this hole here in the wood, and I can take the hose that I use to fill this tank up and stick it in there, and I never have to worry about the hose accidentally falling out of the tank. It's really, really nice, but sadly it's not exactly the most functional thing for the turtles. As you can see, that turtle's doing just fine basking there. Where is he? Lewis can also fit up there at the same time, but I want more space for these guys, and especially in this area right here, because the main area where the heat is coming from, you can't even go, right? So what I have is I have this piece, which was on the outside pond. Excuse my just tons of random stuff up here. Those are for dubia roaches. Here is the piece that I want to use, and I think that it could be very cool, but I'm just not exactly sure how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to try to figure that out real quick. Then I'm just going to remove that, unscrew the piece of wood that is screwed in there, and then screw in this one instead. So I'm going to go have to get the drill. So I unscrewed the back of the board from my stand, which is what holds it up, and then I brought it down here, unscrewed the pieces that actually hold it on to the back, and then so then I could get to the screws. Unscrewed my piece of wood, screwed on this one, and I had to do this a ton of times to get it to the point that I actually wanted it. So I'd put it on, see, take it off. It was a lot. I did it over and over again. So I think you guys got the basic idea from the time lapse. I had to move it around a few times to get it to properly fit, but this is how I ended up with it. It has way more space. The original idea was that it'd be in the water a lot more, but I'm just hoping that they will be able to get up on this. I'm sure that Lewis will be able to, but I'm just waiting and watching for Pee-wee to, and then if she does, then I will not have to worry about it. But if she can't, then I'll have to move it probably next weekend. I can move it down or like tilt it more so that more of it's in the water for them to climb onto. But I really like how it turned out. I think it's pretty cool how it is, and definitely gives them more area to just sit right under the heating, and then they can also get UVB throughout here because I have a 18-inch UVB light right there, and those go down I think 20 inches or something like that of where they can actually get UVB, so that should be good. And then again, I'll be putting the filter in later. So I noticed that Pee-wee wasn't as basking really, but Lewis was, but I'm not home a whole lot, so she could have been basking, I'm not sure. But I figured today while I was working on water changes and stuff, I would take it off and adjust it again. So I brought it down here, as you can see, unscrewed the back piece so I could get to where I screwed in the wood, and then I just moved that one screw, moved the wood, put the screw in the same place, just moved the wood down, and it is actually a lot more in the water now, which is quite good. So as you can see where the water line was before on the wood, where it's darker there. Maybe better from like here. You can see where it's darker, and then you can pretty obviously see where it's lighter. So that's how much it added. So hopefully Pee-wee will be able to, like, right here or right here, just get up on, pull herself on, which I'm sure she can, because she can, she's quite an escape artist, so I'm pretty positive that she will be able to. And then, as you can see, there's the heat light right here, which is right there on the wood, and then there's the UVB light like I showed you. By the way, the filter is set up now, which I'm doing a separate video on how I did that. And now I'm going to measure and show you how far away the lights are, because somebody asked me to do that from the basking area. Okay, so the heat light from where the basking spot is closest to the wood is about 6 inches, and then like over here, which is around where they would be, it's about 8 inches. And this is just like the type of light that you would go to like Rural King or Tractor Supply, TSC, places like that. I don't know if Rural King's a chain, honestly, but basically where you'd go and buy feed for like livestock type of things, like chickens and ducks and stuff like that. Basically the type of light that you'd use for chicks and baby ducks and goats and all different types of things, just to keep them warm. Or we use them for goats just as a little extra warmth when we first get them, when it's still cold. That type of thing, I believe it's like a 150 or a 125 watt. I could be, I think it's around there for this, and it's like a proper heat bulb. And then right here is the UVB, the 5.0 UVB, and it's about 10 inches away from there, and then about 11 or 12 from there. And like I said, actually here, I'll get out the box real quick if I can. Like I said, I believe it's around like 20 inches that it needs to be away. So this is the 18-inch, 15-watt T8 bulb, 5.0 Repti Sun. And let's see if it says... It says no closer than 6 inches, so I'm good there. And up to 20 inches from the surface of the bulb. So that is all good when it comes to the UVB bulb there, or the tube light there. So if you guys were wondering that, that's how I have it set up. I'd like to get a bigger UVB fixture. I'm always worried about UVB and making sure I supply it properly and everything. But yeah, this tank's doing pretty well. The fish all seem to be doing well. I've been feeding the turtles a lot, and I'm hoping that this will help Pee-wee bask more, just doing this. And also both the turtles can easily fit on here, which is good, which is like the main reason for me changing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if you want more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day.